In the Hall of Fame, there are few gamers who can rival the intensity of Bobby Lane.
Bobby Lane was probably the greatest leader that I've ever been around. If we were in a war, he'd be like a Napoleon. He could just lead the troops to any victory that they'd wanted to lead them to.
I wanted to win. That's all I wanted to do, is win a championship.
Bobby Lane on the quarterback sneak, pushes his way across, standing up, and the Lions leap in front.
In the 1950s, Lane was the Motor City's main man, guiding the Lions to 3 NFL championships.
You don't expect even temperament from genius, and Bobby was a football genius.
Occasionally, he was a hero with a hangover.
3 of us were laying on it. And I said, damn it, Bobby, we're going to get drunk smelling your breath. I said, you must have had a hell of a night last night. He looked at me, he says, I had a few at halftime.
Lane's going all the way on this one. It's Jimmy Dorn, and he grabs it for a sensational touchdown.
And now, the #1 football curse of all time, the curse of Bobby Lane.
The curse of Bobby Lane is he is, if not for Barry Sanders, the single greatest Lion in history.
He was larger than life on and off the field. He led the team in every way. He led them from the goal line to the end zone to the bar after the game.
1957, he breaks his leg. They go on to win the championship with Tobin Rote at quarterback. They then trade Bobby Lane to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And on his way out of town, he said the Lions won't win anything for 50 years.
Talk about sour grapes. This team won't win for 50 years, he said.
Lane cracks the top spot on our list, not for his sour grapes, but his very large grapes.
You're a stud when you can predict your own curse. Babe Ruth didn't try to put a curse on the Red Sox. They talk about the SI jinx or the Madden curse. Well, they didn't try for this. Bobby Lane did it. He cursed the Lions.
Do you have like witch's blood in your veins, Bobby Lane?
The curse of Bobby Lane? You would have to ask me that, wouldn't you? I don't know specifically what it is, but there's so many freaking curses around here. Why not throw Bobby into it? What is it?
It all started in the 50s, Detroit's golden years. The Lions were one of the dominant teams of the decade, winning 3 NFL championships. Their leader was Bobby Lane, a fan favorite who played hard on and off the field.
He could go out and spend hours the night before drinking, and in the fourth quarter, Lane would have one of his magical comebacks.
Bobby Lane makes like a burglar as he sneaks through the 49ers for a touchdown.
Later that week, he would be in the courtroom because he would be arrested, and the judge would say, "You're slurring, Mr. Lane." Bobby Lane would say, "That's my Texas drawl, Your Honor."
The Lions grew tired of their quarterback's off-the-field antics and signed veteran Tobin Rote, number 18, to split time with Lane. Lane wasn't happy with the arrangement, but soon he would go from sharing a job to not having one.
Bobby Lane was hit by 2 defensive linemen on the Browns and had a broken leg.
Rote led the Lions to the '57 championship, and the next season, a bitter Bobby Lane was traded to Pittsburgh.